Sup everyone, it's really TimmyB and welcome to week 4 of season 5 of the Elite Battle League. Last week we had a very tough and close loss against our friend Metamaxis and his New York Metangs, and this week we look to bounce back against one of our good friends Infernoman, aka coach of the Iowa Incineroar, and this is going to be a lot of fun. If you guys like the music from my videos and streams, he is the person who made it all that, so make sure you guys go check out his side of the battle to watch his thoughts. And once again, we are doing a post-commentary video, and the screen might be a little bit weird because Infernoman has a very same layout as I do, where the face kind of goes over to the battle, so don't worry, you'll still see everything. I'll still explain everything. And as you guys can see, there is a little something that happened in the off-season. Don't want to get into it, but Infernoman's penalty is he can only bring 4 Pokemon into this battle, into all battles of the regular season, and by no means am I looking past that. This is still going to be a very tough matchup. As you can see, he's bringing Incineroar, Zacian, Salamence, and Alolan Raichu. Zacian's going to be tough, guys. Zacian is fast, and he's a great attacker, and that's kind of part of the reason why Infernoman drafted him, because he kind of needs it being at a disadvantage already. So with that being said, we're bringing Volcarona, Alolan Raichu, Marshadow, Venusaur, Mamoswine, and Mewtwo, and we're going to see what we're going to do. Initially, I thought of starting Mamoswine and Dynamaxing right off the bat because he has great type coverage and has Iron Head for Zacian, which could do some damage. However, after running some calcs, it wasn't the best option because we had to rely on Zacian bringing close combat or a different fighting move. I forget which one, but essentially it would survive a couple of fighting moves from Zacian, but not all of them. So it was still a kind of a risky play. So after running some more calcs and talking it out with a couple of people, we decided that the best play was starting with Volcarona and going for a Quiver Dance and then seeing what happens and go for the Dynamax, because the way we built it, eventually it would outspeed pretty much all of his mons. And even with the Max Flare, another Max Flare in the sunlight would take out Pokemon like Salamence, etc., all that stuff. So with that being said, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that thumbs up button to like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You guys, the Evan video is out for those of you who are interested, and I'm going to go do a little quick cut. I'll see you guys when the battle is beginning. Alrighty, we are here and the battle has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be quite an interesting battle. I always do very close battles. As you can see, Shmoopy is coming out, our Volcarona. He started with Salamence, and once I saw the Croissant, I was like, this is Salamence. So we can't do Quiver Dance anymore. As you can see, Dual Wing is super effective. That would kill us. So I have to switch out of Volcarona. We'll have to save that Quiver Dance for later. As you can see, I'm kind of debating what to do here. I was thinking he might Dynamax Salamence right off the bat to get that max Airstream to increase the speed to maybe potentially outspeed Mewtwo and the rest of my team, Marshadow, Alolan Raichu, outspeed everybody. So I'm kind of in my head thinking of who can I switch to. It's risky. I could switch into Mamoswine, but if he uses an attack, it might kill the Mamoswine. So what I decided to do was, because I think he is Dynamaxing here, I decided to switch into Alolan Raichu to see if I can kind of stall out his Dynamax, because if he does Dynamax here, stall it out a little bit, maybe there's a chance when I have the Dynamax to take out the Salamence, despite a couple of Dragon Dances, despite Moxie and all that stuff. So he went with the Dragon Dance here, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm keeping Alolan Raichu in here because I need to get a clean switch in. There's no way that I'm going to switch into any one of my other mons with this. So he takes out Alolan Raichu, aka Gesundheit, and now I can get the clean switch in. So now the Moxie is up. So this thing is super, super scary. As we all know, Salamence is a very scary mon. So I am switching into Mamoswine, and we are going to go with Ice Shard, which is a priority move. So I'm going to be able to outspeed this, and it's going for, let's see what he's choosing. Looks like he's going with Outrage, question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Let's see. I also threw Ice Fang on this just in case, but I go with the Ice Shard. It's priority. It should take this out. It does. And we even got a crit. I don't believe the crit mattered. I ran some calcs after the battle, and I don't think it mattered, but let's just say it did matter. Great. Salamence gone. So now we have to deal with Incineroar, Zacian, who is still just a super duper big threat. as well as Alolan Raichu, who we just died. So I was like thinking about in my prep, I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if it got down to Alolan Raichu versus Alolan Raichu at the end? So here's what he's going with. I'm going with an Earthquake. He's going with a Focus Blast. He's thinking about Dynamaxing here, and because he wants it to hit. I feel like he knows that a Focus Blast could potentially take out Mamoswine. I kind of wish he did Dynamax here, because Focus Blast is a little inaccurate. Unfortunately for us, it hits, and it takes us out. Earthquake would have taken out that Alolan Raichu. So unfortunately, Mamoswine is down because Focus Blast hit. And of course, Alolan Raichu is a great special attacker. So now I'm thinking, all right, what do I do here? I know I can survive a hit, so now I'm kind of thinking, all right, let me go back to my original plan of getting a Quiver Dance Volcarona off. Nope, just kidding. I go with Marshadow. My bad. This is post-commentary, guys. So I'm going into Marshadow here because it has Shadow Sneak, it has Technician, so it's going to be a little bit powerful. I'm honestly hoping he's switching into the Zacian here. That way I can Shadow Sneak and potentially get off a Spectral Thief to steal that attack boost and also do a little bit of damage. So that is what I go with. It looks like that he is switching into Incineroar here. But yeah, I decided to go with Marshadow here. For the Shadow Sneak, it's either going to do a lot of damage on Alolan Raichu, potentially take it out, or, you know, we're just getting damage here off of Incineroar. That's the Pokemon's name. His name is Infernament. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a rough day. I'll explain it later for those of you who don't know. So, yeah, I go with the Shadow Sneak. Obviously does nothing, especially after the Intimidate. So now I'm kind of thinking, like, all right, what do I do here? Like, because Darkest Lariat can do some damage. He also has a couple of fire moves as well that could do some damage to the rest of my team. So I'm like, let me just keep in Marshadow. Let me go with the Drain Punch. It's super effective. I know my attack is down, but with Stab, if he attacks us first, maybe restore a little bit of HP. He goes with Protect here. So now he's kind of thinking of what to do. He's thinking about what to do. And I'm deciding to keep Marshadow in. Could I have gotten a clean switch out after the fact, looking at everything? Maybe is the answer to that. So I go with Spectral Thief, thinking, hey, maybe he switches in. Maybe he even gets like a bulk up or something in. So I'm like, let me just see if I can call that prediction. See if he switches out to Zacian or goes back to Alolan Raichu. So that was kind of my thought process there, going with the Spectral Thief. Just thinking, hey, if whatever reason something happens. He goes with Parting Shot to lower my stats even more, and here comes Zacian. I know at this point, again, kind of like earlier, I need to get a clean switch. I'm a big fan of clean switches, and especially with the rest of my team, I'm going to need every clean switch I can get because, oh, he did bring Close Combat. Good to know. Okay, so that's kind of my thought process here. Let Marshadow go down. Can't really do much anymore. Maybe I should have gotten in a Shadow Sneak, but I was like, you know what, let me just go Spectral Thief and see if I can at least get that attack bonus and get back to neutral attack. So now here comes the plan. We're going to Quiver Dance here. I know I can survive a hit from Zacian. And so I get in the Quiver Dance. That should put us at a speed tie, if not just one higher. So either way, we can get a free Quiver Dance here. We'll be able to survive anything that comes our way. As you can see, Landon is going into a switch with Alolan Raichu. Honestly, at this point, I probably should have gotten off another one, but we get off one Quiver Dance, and I'm thinking in my head, that's all I need. So we get it off, and then my special attack, special defense, and speed go up. So did he bring Nuzzle? I'm curious. Let's find out. He did not bring Nuzzle. Okay, that's very interesting. So knowing this in hindsight, I probably should have gone with another one just to be safe. But I say, you know what? I got one. That's kind of all I need, more or less. Or at least based on my plan and the calculations, it just accounted for one. I didn't want to get greedy, so I'm like, let me just Dynamax here. Alolan Raichu will be no problem. I did see like Liz waving on his side, being like, all right, well, this is dead. So yeah, I go with a Max Flare to set up the Sun. And the Sun is important because of our Venusaur. That will be needed for Zacian. So I go with the Max Flare, it kills it. And then he goes into Incineroar. So bye Alolan Raichu. Both shiny Alolan Raichus died in this battle. Thank you for the services. Actually now, because I have nothing to think about, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button to like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And okay, so Intimidate is down. My attack is down. Hooray. We're special attacking Volcarona, as everybody knows, especially after that Quiver Dance. So he goes for Dynamaxing himself. He's kind of debating, hey, do I want to go Max Darkness? Do I want to go Max Flare because it's in the sun? Either way, both are neutral, but he says, you know what? I'm going to Dynamax myself. I am going to go for a Max Guard. So what do I do now? I have one more turn of Dynamax after this because he is protecting. Honestly, I probably should have just attacked it. I went with a Max Guard because I was unaware of the moveset, and Incineroar could be super dangerous, has a couple of decent good moves. I will admit, Incineroar has some pretty decent coverage. So I say, you know what? I'm just going to go. There's the Max Flare, did no damage. Now what do I do? Because I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here. So I go with the Max Guard. I stall out one of his Dynamax turns. I end my Dynamax. Not the way that I wanted it to go. As I said, maybe I could have done like a Max Flare and did a little bit of damage. Not a lot, obviously. So now I am Little Volcarona, and he has one more turn of Dynamax left. So I decided to just go with another Quiver Dance, just knowing that let me increase my defense a little bit more. Let me increase my speed. Let me increase everything. So I'm like, let me just go off. It's better than just doing very minimal damage. Let me stall out the Dynamax here. And then if this is taken out, then we can get a clean switch in. So obviously it does take me out. Not a problem. Critical hit. I wonder if that mattered, actually. I did not notice that in the battle. That's interesting. Okay, so maybe if that crit mattered, I don't know. That's payback for the crit on the Ice Shard that I don't think mattered, but may have mattered. So here I come in Mewtwo. I just thought it was funny to name it Marshadow as well. I can see Landon is confused, so he's like, oh, okay. So perfect. Now we got a clean switch here into Mewtwo. The Dynamax is gone on both sides. I have Aura Sphere on this. And just watch. This, I was like, all right, cool. Aura Sphere, bye-bye Incineroar. Nope. Home Slice decided to put some special D on this bad boy, and it survived the hit. It gets off a Darkest Lariat, which is just a fun little twirly-dirly. We survive, and that is unfortunately the battle at that point, guys. I needed to have one-shot that Incineroar to have a chance, and I'll explain that in the next couple of minutes as this battle goes on. It protects. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Just wasting PP there. So I just still go with Aura Sphere because we have to take out the Incineroar. So now he goes with Protect. He's going with another Darkest Lariat. I'm going with the Aura Sphere. It takes it out here, so that's really, really nice. And now it's Zacian versus Mewtwo. Zacian outspeeds the Mewtwo. Mewtwo needs very minimal damage. As you can see, I believe we're in the yellow here. And now Venusaur is our last remaining Mon. So if he didn't build Special D on that Incineroar, that Aura Sphere should have taken it out. The first one, excuse me, should have taken it out. And Mewtwo can survive one hit from Zacian. So if we were able to do that and get off a Psychic, that's what I was going with, then we might have had a shot at winning this battle. Unfortunately, he hits Play Rough. Again, a not 100% accurate, so the RNG was in Landon's favor, hitting that Focus Blast as well as hitting that Play Rough. And so Venusaur is out. Vubomp, Subomp, again, I don't know, I just thought of funny names. I do know the way I built this, we are able to survive a Psychic Fangs. And the hidden ability on Venusaur is Chlorophyll, so the plan was to get the sun up, bring out Venusaur, that way it outspeeds the Zacian, which, as you can see, the Sludge Bomb did a lot. So unfortunately, it didn't go our way. One more Psychic Fangs takes out this Mewtwo, and unfortunately, we get the -1 loss for the week. So let me just get to the final part here. You defeated TimmyB. Yep, guys, not the way that I wanted to go. I thought we prepped well. I thought we had a good plan. Unfortunately, it just didn't go our way. Landon had a great plan as well. So yeah, not much to say. I gotta get going. I gotta get to editing this. I gotta get to uploading this as I am away on a trip right now. So yeah, we are now 1-3 with a +3 because we got the sweep and all of our battles have been -1, -2. So we're in a good spot. Next week, we battle the Greater Manchester Greninjas. So guys, I'll see you there. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Infernoman, and peace out.